When people ask me what the film is about, the best thing I can say is it's a blend of three threads woven together. The story of my 104-year-old American grandmother Jessie's life, the story of much of the history of the Philippines that she's seen since arriving in Manila in the 1930s, and a story that shares the wisdom and insights of a 104-year-old lady who's literally seen the world grow up. Making this film was my own cross-cultural international journey, and definitely the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. The film was made over 6 years, across 4 time zones, and filmed by at least 5 different people. My French-Filipino co-producer, Suzanne Bichardon, lived between New York and LA. Myself and my assistant were in Manila, my editor was in New York, and my music composer was in Paris. Although they are not here tonight, I'd like to thank them for making this dream come true. The idea of sharing my grandmother, as I call her, Nana's stories, came to me as I watched her over many years tell stories to the people who came through her life, and I saw their interested, fascinated reaction to those stories. I thought that she was the perfect character through which I could get people interested in the history of the Philippines, which I find that too many people inside and outside of the Philippines know too little about. I've also been following her around for years with pen and paper, taking down note of what I call Nana-isms, which are poetic one-line pieces of wisdom that she randomly comes up with at various points of conversation. These can be about love, marriage, a sense of time, compassion, tolerance, or when to eat dinner. I feel that the wisdom she's accumulated over a century of life has tremendous relevance in today's fast-changing and increasingly more technologically driven world, and I wanted to share them. Speaking of which, I wanted to ask you to make sure you watch the film through the very, very, very end of the credits, because there's a special dedication at the end of the film which I think you will enjoy. In closing, I wanted to say that it's my hope that the film encourages people to be more curious about history, to be more adventurous in their own lives, and to look at each other with more compassion and love. Thank you.